Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the president of the Harvard Business School Club of Dallas. They just celebrated 75 years, and they're looking forward to the next 75. That story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, there are countless colleges that are proud of their business school, but the crème de la crème is the Harvard Business School. And joining me today in studio is the president of the Harvard Business School Club of Dallas, Nancy Schmitt. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff.
Very cool. Well, I imagine since you graduated, you just saying I attended or I graduated from the Harvard Business School, it opens doors, doesn't it?
It does. But it doesn't come without a little bit of trepidation, because you want to be careful that you don't get labeled as one of those. So our graduates are 1,400 strong here in the North Texas region. And, we love being here in Texas, and we love the fact that we're bringing top quality business education to leadership roles in Texas. But we're careful. We don't necessarily lead with, oh, and by the way, did you know I went to Harvard? So.
Well, I would just put it on my shirt and wear it all day. So tell us more about the history, because it's my understanding that you guys were the first with the MBA. Is that right?
Jeff, that's right. We have the privilege of being the first university, Harvard University, to start the MBA program. And that program is done through the CASE method. It's the method of Socrates, where you read a business situation and you have a discussion. So it's not memorization, it's not homework and right and wrong answers. It is sitting in a section of 90 people, and you probably only get to talk once, but having something meaningful to say in that one time.
Wow, and you guys just celebrated 75 years. We're going to pull up your website, and as we scroll down the website, first of all, there aren't very many clubs in Dallas that have been around for 75 years. I mean, we know clubs that start and close in a couple of years. So what's been the secret to success over all these years?
I think the secret has been really great people. They want Harvard to be successful in Dallas because they want people who have that level of education to be here building the community. So we not only have alumni program where we do a lot of lifelong learning, really, but we also have community partners. They go out and they do consulting projects for various nonprofits. We have forums, which are small groups that help people who've just moved here feel at home, or help people who are in various transitions in life, bridge those transitions. We also have significant interest groups where we bring together our real estate professionals, our healthcare professionals. We bring together our women. We bring together our young alums. We bring together our entrepreneurs. And I'm really proud of all those efforts, because that's our economy, and that's supporting our economy here in Dallas.
Absolutely. You guys produced an amazing video. The video runs about 10 minutes. We can't show the whole thing, but let's go ahead and roll this clip.
Yes, I definitely would choose HBS. There was a time when I thought Stanford would have been cooler, but the network, you graduate 880 people a year, right? And while you're there's another 880 because there's 2 classes, right? So you have the opportunity to just build a base and a network. It's got the largest alumni network in the world anywhere. There's a Tokyo club, just like there is a Dallas club, you know? So I would say the network is priceless. You know?
What I admire most about the Dallas Club is there's tremendous diversity in the membership in terms of people having different backgrounds, being of different age, having worked in different functions, different industries. I mean, it's absolutely tremendous. The other thing I really admire about the club is the fact that leadership, they're all working leaders. And every leader in the club contributes so much of their time and focus on making the club successful. The last thing I really admire is everyone in the club is just Texas friendly. I felt welcomed to the club from the first day I joined, and it's something that, you know, just continues to follow through. So any of you considering joining the club, please come join us.
I'm just incredibly humbled by this brain trust that I have in my friends. I call it the intellectual brain trust in my forum group. What a wonderful group of warm people. Secondly, I think our constantly evolving, enriching programming, which continues to do great. We talk about everything from crypto kitties to Deepak Chopra and spirituality to the price of oil and everything in between. So I think that's so enriching. And I just don't know how else to say it. I just love our club.
Such a cool story. Nancy, you've been with the club for several years now. What's been your favorite memory so far?
My favorite memory, Jeff, was when we went to Central Market. We were the guest of Stephen Butt. Stephen Butt is an alum of Harvard Business School, as is his uncle who runs the whole HEB enterprise, Charles Butt. But he hosted us, and we had a fabulous program. It was 2 parts. We were in the cooking school for lunch, and then we went out on the floor and we sampled. We went around to 9 different stations sampling the best of the best, and I was with the store manager. We got to one station, and this woman comes up and didn't realize that she was right in the middle of this tour for HBS grads. Sure. And she said, "Are you the store manager?" He said, "Yes." And she said, "I just want to tell you, I've had the worst day today, but I got here and it's like I joined a party. This store is like a celebration. And my day went from the worst to the best, all because of your store."
Wow.
And we just had this conversation with the managers of Central Market, and they were telling us that that's in their code of conduct, to make each customer, to try to find whatever it is that they're looking for and to grant whatever wish they have in terms of food and food preparation. And this happened right in front of me. I got it on video, actually.
No kidding.
And it's like my mouth dropped open and I just watched great customer service happen in front of me. It was just awesome.
Well, tell me more about the vibe at the meetings. I can imagine that somebody comes to Dallas for the first time and they've instantly found a family.
That's true, Jeff. A lot of our people have relocated to Dallas, and they may not have school friends, they may not have family, they may be the first time they've ever been in Texas. And so our club provides an outlet for them, and there they find community and they find a platform, really, a base that they can grow from. And our hope is when they come to Dallas for those corporate jobs, they put down roots, they raise their family, and then they stay. And so it makes our community that much better.
I love it. And they're probably, regardless of what year you graduated, there's a brotherhood, a sisterhood where I'm sure mentors have been formed and lifelong friendships have been formed.
Absolutely. I mean, we're fortunate. We have everything from a 2024 graduate, and we honor those people with a reception coming up in June, and to people who are vintage 1960s, believe it or not, and they're still active in the club.
That's so cool.
And it's those lifelong friendships that have formed. Our small groups are particularly good at that. And these are forums that meet on a monthly basis, and people use it as a personal board of directors. So if you have an issue in your career, if you have an issue at home, you're having some kind of personal issue, you can bring it to a group of your peers, and you can put it out for them to give you some guidance.
And you're always attracting these top name speakers, because it's really a privilege for them to speak to your club, isn't it?
We're very fortunate that way. usually the doors we knock on, they open and we are able to get access. And we have had quite a few CEOs. Most recently, Jeff Immelt was with us for the 75th anniversary. He's now a professor at Stanford, but he had a long career at GE and he was CEO there for about 17 years. So, we've had everything from the Fed president to Fortune 500 CEOs to the latest entrepreneurs to people who are just thinking about becoming entrepreneurs. It's a real gamut.
Wow. It's so impressive. Okay, Nancy, we're almost out of time. So final thoughts, what would you like to leave people with?
The thought I'd like to leave is these alumni clubs, like the one that I'm representing today, are available to a lot of people in a lot of different guises. And my hope is that by talking about the Harvard Business School alumni, that the other alumni clubs get energized and also the alumni of those clubs get energized, and that these kinds of organizations do their part in building our community.
Outstanding. We're going to end with the website, which is hbsdallas.org. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.